Welcome everyone to Dragons and Feathers. The first video in my new channel. It's so exciting. And as you can see, I am wearing all sparkly stuff, which is very much the energy of Leo because the sun is in Leo, and that is so exciting. I feel courageous and empowered and so damn ready to step out of my Aquarius mental shell, because for so long being an Aquarius, being a tree, like sun in Aquarius, moon in Aquarius, north node, I am very mental, which also shows up as disembodiment, and it can show up as maybe some escapism, right? Like wanting to move away from this reality and spiritually bypass. So Leo and bringing on that fire, I have grandfather fire here. Thank you for holding space. Is such a necessary change for me to be able to harness that energy that I have within the dragon and express what needs to be shared with the community. So I am very grateful for everyone that requested. Probably 3 people to be exact requested such a channel, as I had my podcast before, and I received really beautiful feedback. And having celebrated my 3-year anniversary since my spiritual awakening, I decided to launch a YouTube channel. So it's all very exciting. And one of the things that I wanted to share with this launch was that my long-term vision is that Dragons and Feathers will become a school, a platform for spiritual awakening, where people, after waking up, like I did 3 years ago, having this massive transformation in their life very fast, find a place which they can call a new home, right? Today we are in the Dreamspell, we are in the energy of the red earth. And that's my purpose is, okay, being a leader of new earth, what am I here to do? And it's this, and I've already shared it before, I want to provide a place where people can come and feel that their hand is held, because that's what I really needed. With so many planets in Cancer, I feel that as well. I feel that I need that nurturing. And not only do I need it, I need a safe space. I need somebody to hold space for me, but also I need to express my emotions vulnerably, right? Like when you wake up and you realize you have so many suppressed emotions, especially anger, grief, pain, right? You start to work with your womb. There's a lot that wants to come out, especially as a woman, like, whoa. So you need that, you need the people to show you, right? You need the wild women, you need the embodied, embodied shamans to show you the way, And I've dabbled, as I mentioned, I've dabbled in so many modalities. However, I have people around me that are experts, and I'm not an expert necessarily in any of the tools, in any of the modalities. However, I am very good at bringing people together. So let's go back to taking the pulse on what is actually happening. And I want to do this because it's one of the ways that I'm here to serve, is to see the patterns between the different systems, between the frameworks. And so as I consider myself as being quite sensitive to these different transits and shifts in astrology, human design jinkies, the Dreamspell, man calendar. I anyway watch what is happening in order to feel more in alignment with how I'm conducting myself, with what I actually need in a specific day. As I am, for example, the moon in the Dreamspell, I'm always changing. And if I manage to be in alignment with that specific energy of every day, then I'm also able to influence the people around me, but in a very healthy way. So I'm not responding. I'm the one creating the ties, right? I'm not responding to other people's energy or to my circumstances, but I am the creatrix of my circumstances. And so, as I mentioned, the moon is in Leo. What does that mean? Like, Leo is bringing up that energy of courage, of moving forward despite of fear, despite of all the voices that you have in your head that are telling you maybe it's safer to be small. Maybe you should listen to me when I say that hiding away or being shy is the safer option. Maybe you should launch this podcast, you should launch your business in a month, in a year, when you are ready, when you don't feel like a fraud, when you don't feel like an imposter. And I promise you're gonna be ready then, right? So with the opposition in Pluto, this is what's gonna come up, as Pluto is this gatekeeper of the underworld. And I've been working with Pluto in the last few days. Pluto is gonna show us like what is exactly keeping us away from stepping into that empowered self, right? If I want to create my school of dragons and feathers, what are all the things, all the belief systems that I'm running in the background? Because it's very unconscious. A lot of things can be hidden away from even the most conscious meditators, right? Even like, I'm practicing Vipassana for the last 2 years, and there are still so many things coming home, for example, with my parents, being in this space. There's so many things that I'm still holding on to. So we were using the cycles of the moon, right? The new moon to set intentions, full moon to release. So we are embodying that, we're embodying the mystic, right? We're embodying the archetype of, for example, we're embodying different goddesses that help us to awaken to different energies. We're embodying the sage. We're all healers, we're all magicians, mystics, sages. We're just not aware. Like, there is this layer of forgetfulness, right? That is keeping us, like, this embodies keeping us completely disconnected from our own wisdom. And so by you embodying, and for me that is my womb is really the inner shaman, by you embodying that wisdom that is telling you, whoa, okay, let's sit down, let's close our eyes and really feel what is present. And then you notice, well, there is a discomfort there. Okay, and then you get curious and you ask deeper and deeper questions, and you get more curious and more curious, right? I was like, okay, well, it's coming up from then, and it's regarding this. And so these archetypes of the signs, Leo and Pluto and Mercury and so on, they're all helping us to ask those questions, right? To ask the questions, but also to notice that some things might be heightened, right? If let's say we have the moon in Pisces, we have right now, the moon is in Pisces. And so with moon in Pisces, you can feel the moon is our emotional center. And Pisces is the dreamer, is the spiritual warrior. And it's showing us like, okay, like, especially because the moon trines Pluto. So all the things that are coming up, right, you can notice, okay, how are they related to my spiritual beliefs, to my spiritual structures? The Saturn is discipline and structures, is in retrograde. That's also another energy that is actually bringing up some awareness about structures, right? So structures, working with that, with the spiritual structures, and the moon being in Pisces is going to emphasize that, the need to maybe redefine some structures, or ask yourself, is this really serving me? Is this serving me for me being empowered? Right? Because the sun is in Leo, so it's all about courage, empowerment. Let's say that, oh my God, I have this new project, I want to go there, and I want to do this, and now I have the fire, now I can go, right? And then you notice, oh, but I have these resistances that are keeping me away, right? Like, what are those resistances? And that might be that you need new structures, right? Saturn. That might be that there are some emotions, some suppressed emotions, the moon, when it comes to, let's say, your family system, or the way in which you show up on social media, the way in which you create financial abundance. I don't know, like, there's so many things that might be present with you. And so we also have a transit, a human design transit in the gates of 31 and 41. Like, so many other transits are happening, right, all the time. But these are the major ones. And so it's very beautiful because 31 is related to leadership. 41 is about making dreams come true. This is in the Jinkies. It's I have both 31 and 41 as active in my genius sequence. And 31, the leadership, is also related to arrogance, because arrogance is just this idea that we can control reality, that we have any degree of control over reality, and we don't. Like, ultimately you can, like, your mind will try to convince you that there's these things that you can do and push, right? So we are moving away from that paradigm, from that arrogance. We're moving away from a kind of manufactured manifestation of kind of like pushing, this toxic masculine manifestation, and we're moving into a humble leadership. And humble leadership is the one that is actually listening and is a surrendered manifestation, is moving in alignment with the energies, with the terrestrial energies and with the cosmic energies, is the one that is wise enough to sit in silence, vipassana, and notice the patterns between all the systems, right? So we know, okay, we have the sun is in Leo, the moon is in Pisces, we have Pluto stirring up things, the death, the rebirth, the transformation, okay. We have Earth today, for example, we have the Earth, red Earth in the Dreamspell. That means with the Earth is very much about grounding, but it's also about synchronicity. Because if you silence your mind in a way that you can come to presence, vipassana again, right? And silencing the mind is not like, oh, I don't have noise around me, or I don't even have thoughts. It's not even that. Silencing, like getting into the silence of your womb, actually means that there are no there are no subconscious energies, subconscious things that are pulling you away from being present, right? And this could also be entities, right? There are things like if you feed your energy to, let's say, to media, to the news outlets, to porn, to, you know, whatever, like things that do not serve you, that are trying to extract your attention. If you're giving your power away, of course, there will be entities latching onto you. And then it's very hard for you to come into silence. But if you manage to really come into silence, into stillness, it's very helpful to take some moments of solitude as well, some days, some weeks of solitude. And then you can feel the sun in Leo, right? You can feel the inner sun. Oh, okay. You can feel the moon in Pisces. You can feel all these energies, especially if you're aware of them, because if you're not aware, it's difficult. It's also difficult or more challenging to know what is exactly influencing you if you don't know your own signature, your own vibrational signature. Like, how does it actually feel when I am just in my own energy? A lot of people don't know that because they have not cultivated yet an energy hygiene practice, for example. Some people are still spiritually bypassing and they cannot, or they don't have yet the knowledge or the wisdom to ground that, you know, the insights that come true. It's for them, it's very difficult to embody that and to live it, right? To put the spirituality into practice. And I totally fine, it's a journey, and I'm also learning so much every single day. But this is what the red earth, today being the red earth, is what is asking us to do, is to come to a place where we can feel the subtle energy changes. We can feel the, like this is not okay. And then we ask a little bit more questions, or we imagine, we go on a journey. That's the thing, like when you come into silence 2 times a day, like once in the morning, once in the evening, when you come into silence, you can actually notice what it is that you need to do, or to embody, or to ask, like whom you should ask help from, in order to feel more empowered, or to feel more in alignment, to feel more sovereign, right? So I sit, and then I realize, oh, right now I want to embody my inner magician, my inner witch, because there's something that I want to manifest, let's say, or something is hurting. I don't understand why. Okay, I'm gonna embody my inner healer, and I will use the tools and techniques that I've learned in order to heal myself. I will accept, before starting to heal, I will accept, okay, this is it. Without coming to that silence, we don't know exactly how to help ourselves. So this is the prerequisite of everything. And also in silence, as I mentioned, you can work with different archetypes. Okay, today I really need the Leo energy, right? Today I want I want Mars energy, because Mars is like, okay, go. Like, I know what I need to do. I just need that extra fire, extra energy to get there. Maybe we need Mercury. And this before I started the video, I called in Mercury, and other goddesses and archetypes. However, Mercury, the messenger of the gods, and also Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. And so for me, it's whenever I do something, whenever I launch something or manifest, magnetize, whatever, I want to make sure that I am aligned with the energies of the day, right? Like, if it's Mercury, then it means that I'm going to communicate, and it's going to be very easy for me to communicate. If it's number 31 in human design or Gene Keys, oh, it's about leadership. Oh, it's Leo, leadership. The moon is in Pisces, and so many of my planets and like Gene Keys and so on are in signs, or like they are clearly showing that I'm serving by bringing in like the cosmic wisdom to the earth, right? The Skywalker is like connecting, that everything is there, all these energies. Like, how do I distill it? How do I present it? But also I have a lot of houses in my astrological chart which are around astrology and working with astrology. And I've been dedicating so much of my time to understanding more and more and more about astrology, Dreamspell, human design, Gene Keys, yada, yada, yada. And then I noticed, oh, there are patterns. So one of the ways in which I am here to serve is to not only show you there are these patterns, and to help you understand your charts as well, and how you can listen to yourself with everything that is going on, but also empower you to use that wisdom. Because my journey has been a journey of being disempowered, a journey of being small. That's my trauma, right? I was so I'm still like so shy in different situations. For me, one of my biggest values is vulnerability. If I can show up real as fuck with all my shadows, to be like, okay, this is my shadow. It's the shadow of arrogance. It's the shadow of addiction, like mind addiction. And then it's the shadow of, I don't know, being in karmic situations, or forgetfulness, or impatience, or this or that, right? But I can notice them, speak about them, and be honest. So after vulnerability is radical honesty. So we've went into different rabbit holes and different concepts, and we segued into so many different places, and probably this is what wanted to come true as the first video of Dragons and Feathers. And And that's the beauty of it. Like the dragons are actually keeping me grounded. They are this earth guardians, but they're also my guardians. So they're not only protecting me, but they're also like giving me a lot of strength and a lot of power to push through challenges. And I'm dealing with a lot of challenges, especially as a moon and Pluto and all these things. I feel very sensitive to all these energies, but they are helping me and they are pushing me like, no, you have a divine prophecy. You have purpose. You're here to serve with something, like go. And then the feathers are helping me to be light, to find the balance. It's always about balance, right? As I learned being home, like the only thing that would make me more empowered with my family is actually cracking jokes, taking it light. And I know that I'm not so good with it, whether that's a limiting belief or not. And probably it is. But I have my journey of learning how to keep it light. So yeah. I'm thinking what else I want to share for this first video, and I think I will leave it here. I mean, it's 26 minutes as the beginning of this channel. It's also dark here. I'm very much looking forward to know what resonated, and I am very devoted, very devoted to making this happen. Both the YouTube channel and the school, the Spiritual Awakening School and platform and community and events. I'm very devoted. And today, Mercury is in gate 29. So it's all about that devotee, about following something, following your purpose, following an idea with full commitment, full devotion. So this is what I want to leave you with, is how are you devoted to your leadership? What do you want to lead? Whether it's an outside project, something that you want to put into the world, or maybe it's leading yourself into a new way of being, leading yourself into a new way of experiencing reality, a new way of feeling about yourself, right? What are the things, Saturn, that you can do, the structures every day in spirituality, Moon in Pisces, to help you with in that quest of leadership? And can you have humility? Where else do you need humility in your life? Humility does not mean staying small. By far, it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. It's literally just being sovereign, empowered, knowing your shit, but at the same time, having the humility, having the strength to stay silent when you know that it's needed. Having the wisdom to know and to recognize, when is it that I need to stay silent, and when is it that I need to push. And if God is trying to humble you, no, not now, not right? And then you're like, Leo energy, no, but I can do it. I like it. I just push through, but I can. No body, like stay straight, but do this, right? Punishing yourself. You have to learn to be humbled. It's a skill. And when you get humbled enough, then you're like, okay. Now I can sit in silence. And that's where the wisdom comes in. Oh, I'm gonna end at 31 minutes, which is so awesome. Okay, 30, 22, 23. Okay, guys, so please subscribe if this was helpful, and please let me know like what else I should talk on, and I definitely want to keep you in touch with the energy of the day, because I feel that that is very, very, very helpful. So thank you for tuning in, guys, and I hope to see you all soon on this platform.